Hi guys, so in this lesson we're going to begin learning how to play Sloop John B. If you look at the start of the piece, it says 4/4, so that means that we can normally expect 4 beats in the bar, and it is written in the key of G. So if you were to look at the notes that you see in your C major scale, that's the notes that are being used for this piece. If we take a look at the very first note, okay, it almost looks like it's a note on its own, and it's called a pickup bar. And this note is a G note if you're writing it down on your handbook. So you're playing it as an open third string on your guitar. That's why it says a 0 on your tablature. And it's a crotchet, it only lasts 1 beat. So we're starting off with this pickup bar, and it has 3 beats missing. Though I had already said to you we should normally expect 4, but as you have been learning, it's quite common for songs to start with pickup bars that don't have all of the beats that we would normally be expecting. And this note, in theory, this is a little bit of music theory, in theory is being played on the 4th beat. So we would just count it as this as we were playing it. 4. Do it again. 4. So we're now going to move on to the next bar, which we will call bar number 1 because it's the first full bar with a full 4 beats in it. And the notes that are in this bar, the first 4 notes are E. So if you're writing this down, it goes E, 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 and then we have an F note. And you play your E just on the bottom string, open, and your F note is on the 1st fret. Okay. What I would like us to do now is just concentrate on the rhythm of the notes. So starting off, the very first note, if you're looking at your music, is a quaver. It's got a fancy little stem or tail, and it's worth half a beat. So it's taking up the first half of beat 1. So we just count it like this. 1. And if I was playing it, I just count it like this. 1. Now the next note is a crotchet, and as we have been learning, a crotchet is worth a full beat. So in order for this note to last a full beat, it's going to use up the second half of beat 1 and the first half of beat 2. So we're going to count it like this, and 2. And we're counting and 2 just to recognize it's starting in beat 1 but moving into beat 2. And you do not clap on the 2. So it goes like this, and 2. And in the same way, you don't play on the 2. So if I was to play the first 2 notes, it goes like this, 1 and 2. And you'll hear how I didn't play on the 2. I'll do that slowly again, 1 and 2. So the next note is a quaver, and it is taking up the second half of beat 2. And in the way that we normally do with quavers, we're going to use the word and to count it. So we would just count it as this, and. So putting those first 3 notes together, remembering the golden rule, don't clap or play on the number 2. It goes like this, 1 and 2 and. Or if I was to play those first 3 notes, it goes 1 and 2 and. Okay, so you might just want to stop the video and just play those first 3 notes, practicing them. 1 and 2 and. And then the next 2 notes are fairly straightforward. They are both crotchets each, and they're taking up beats 3 and 4. That's the E and the F note at the end. And we just count those as this, 3, 4. So what I'm now going to do is put all of bar 1 together. So first of all, I'm going to clap it. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And if I was to play that, it goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And now I'm going to play it without counting out the beats, just so you can hear how it sounds. And now I'm going to play the pickup bar and bar number 1 together. And I'll do that again. Okay, so have a go at now playing the pickup bar and bar number 1. Okay, so I'm now going to move into bar number 2. Okay, and you'll see that bar number 2 only has 2 notes, and those notes are an E note and a G note if you're writing it down. The E note is found, as you probably know by now, on your first string open, and then the G note is found on the 3rd string open, and you'll see that on your tablature. If you're looking at your music, you'll see that this first note is a white note with a dot beside it, and the proper name for that is a dotted minim, and a dotted minim lasts 3 beats when we're counting our music. So this E note lasts for 3 beats, and so we need to count it like this: 1, 2, 3. Then finally on beat 4 we play the G on beat 4. 4. So playing this 3rd bar goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm now going to play the pickup bar and bars 1 and 2 together, so you know how they sound. Okay, so have a little go at playing that. Be careful with the timing. Take your time, make sure you can clap the notes correctly, and then we'll move on to the last bar. So finally moving on to the last bar of Sloop John B, you'll see that all of the notes, apart from the last note, are E notes. So if you're writing these out, it goes E, 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 and then F. And as you know probably now, your E note is found on the bottom string, and then your F note is your 1st fret on your bottom string. So the very first note, you'll see it's a crotchet that's slightly different. It's got a dot beside it. Okay, and that's telling us that this note is worth a beat and a half. So it's lasting all of beat 1 and half of beat 2. So just to recognize it's lasting all of beat 1 and half of beat 2, we clap it and we go like this: 1, 2, and we're counting out the 2 to remember that it's also taking up a little part of a beat 2, but we don't clap on the 2, or we don't play on the 2. That's the golden rule. So we go 1, 2. So then we then move on, and we then have a quaver, and this quaver is taking up the 2nd half of beat 2, and like most quavers we just use the word and to count it. So we go and. So putting these first 2 notes together, and the bar goes like this: 1, 2, and. And then finally the last 2 notes are just crotchets, which take up beats 3 and 4. They're lasting 1 beat each, so we count them like this: 3, 4. So putting that whole bar together goes like this: 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And if I was to play it, it goes like this: 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, so what I'm now going to do is just play all of line 1. I'm going to, first time I'm going to count the beats. Second time I'm just going to play it without counting the beats, so you can just hear how it sounds. Try to play it nice and slowly for you. So it goes like this: 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. A nice second time without me counting. Okay, so that's all of line 1, and keep practicing that. The main thing is getting the timing right, the rhythm right of the notes, and I'm sure I'll see you in the next Zoom lesson.